The DeForest Area School District is raising concerns about a game students are playing within the community. It's called Senior Assassins, a game often played in teams. It involves a tournament-style competition with participants eliminating opposing teams by tagging them with water guns. Some players also wear dark clothes and ski masks. The district says it's not a school-sponsored activity and is not allowed on school grounds.
Has come to my attention through a variety of reports from school community members about being concerned for our students' safety. So it's really about making sure that our students aren't going to end up being a victim of something because they're innocently doing a senior prank.
We also reached out to DeForest Police to see if they're working with the district. The chief of police says, quote, "The event has gained popularity across the state and country and definitely elevates public safety concerns. While I personally have not received any direct community feedback or expressions of concerns, I have discussed with staff the needs to be alert for behaviors associated with this event."